Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm just popping in, just popping in real quick. Blessed morning. All right. See if we can fix this here. Yeah. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Just popping in. Shalom, shalom, shalom. What a surprise. What a surprise. Who we got up in here? Just popping in. Yeah, y'all see the title. You all see the title. Just come on in. I know you didn't expect to see me this morning, huh? Or just turned the afternoon. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm just popping in. Won't be here long at all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Surprise, surprise. I know you didn't expect to see me here this morning, right? Or afternoon. Yeah, I'm just, all praises be to the Most High. I'm Elder Ricard Shaw, the Gathering of Christ Church. And yes, you see the title. I have to talk about this real quick. All right. And yeah, I'm excited about the new year, which started sundown Saturday. And I'm also excited about the Passover. I'm excited about the Passover in 2 weeks in North Carolina. It's going to be great. Great music, great praise. And I'm just looking forward to seeing some of the people who have operated in this church for years and have been baptized. And, usually on the Passover, it's surreal. A chance to appreciate what the Most High have done in this work and to see prophecy fulfilled, to be a part of seeing that the children of Israel are back with full force and is willing to begin our journey in respect of our God, Ahia, in the name of Yeshua. Yes, it's what a blessing. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have a serious, blessed Passover. And I just wanted to thank all the brothers and sisters out there who have always supported the church. And we're going to make this Passover a blessed experience. And through the Holy Spirit, these holy days from one year to the next draw God's people closer together. I mean, I wish, believe it or not, I wish it was a scenario in which there was no cap on capacity. It so happens that when it comes to these events, there's a limit on how many people can come in, or the fire marshal come out and all these others, and we don't need that trouble, right? Years ago, when we converged on Atlanta through the Spirit of the Most High, they brought in the fire marshal because our people were in the lobby and lined many saints outside, counting the people and all that, just to disturb the Most High's holy day. It only happened once, about 5-6 years ago, but I don't want that trouble. So I just wish there wasn't a cap. There weren't a cap on the capacity, because we had to stop it at around 3,500, right? Just for the main one in North Carolina, but we still have one in California for the West Coast. Thousands are going to be there. We still have one in Canada. Okay, we're going to have in the hundreds there. The UK, all around the earth, even in Africa. So all praises be to the Most High. But I just hope one day that it can be a scenario in which we can have some just open land where there is no cap on the number of saints who can actually come in, right? So I'm sorry, brothers and sisters, if your enrollment, well, your seat or your reservation was late to a degree where it was capped out, right? But there's other Passovers that we do have throughout the earth, and we're doing everything with the camera work and production to make this Passover interactive, where even if you see it from your home and eat the meal and pray with us from home, you'll still have that engagement, the experience as if you were present. So because there's a cap, unfortunately, everyone can't be there, but at least you'll still be able to experience this with us, okay? Now, I wanted to put that out there. Now, let's go into, I want to cover a few things. Oh, y'all seen the video, Bye-Bye, right? Malak produced that. Elder Yarack was helping with the production and shooting. And yeah, you know, it was a great experience. It was fun amongst the saints. So yeah, go see it. Bye-Bye. It's good because soon we'll be going bye-bye. You know, bye-bye Babylon, right? But let me jump right into this, right? You see the title there, right? You see the title there. Oh, yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention, that at the Passover, before sundown, before the Sabbath comes in, we have what you would call a vending for all of our GOCC network members, right? They come in, whatever they might have, merchandise, clothing, whether it be oils, ointments, their own, I would say their own, the things they have patent that they've created themselves, their own creations, or whatever the case is. We share in each other's gifts and actually prefer one another. We prefer one another, okay? And this is what we do to support each other, because this is what the scripture says do. For so long, the other nations have taken advantage of us, right? They'll come in and prey on us and use us for merchandise, but yet contribute nothing back to our people. And that's what I want to talk about today, okay? That's what I want to talk about, right? Don't fall for the Amalek grift. Don't fall for the Amalek grift. And we all know who Amalek is. Christ put it out there. I know thy poverty and tribulation, but thou art rich. Speaking of our people. And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now, if you do the research, the genealogical research, those who Christ is pointing out are from the seed of Amalek. Well, a lot of them are. And I'm speaking of from the hierarchy of that particular demographic. But I digress. Now, some people are fairly new and wanted to know, how is it that we, our people, the gathered of Christ Church, how do we follow the holy days different than Jewish people? Okay. Well, they make you believe that you're supposed to count the year according to the moon in the sky. Right? And that's why their days are thrown off. So are Hebrews, who are following the Passover and all of that according to the moon in the sky. Well, the reason why you can't do that is mere math. Right? We know that your modern day calendar, which is off by one day, but they try to make up with it with leap years and pulling off days and all that instead of following what God said do. God said we must reckon a year according to Sabbaths. There's 52 of them. So our calendars under Rome, right, is 365 days, which is one day more, but they try to compensate that by with leap years and all that, so when they should just do 364 days, 52 Sabbaths. That's what God gave us, right? You can't follow the moon because the moon gives you a moon annual cycle is 6 months, 30 days, and 6 months, 29 days. When you do the math, just look at a lunar year. It's 6 months, 30 days, and 6 months, 29 days, which means what? You got it. The moon has an annual cycle of 354 days. It's mere math. It comes in short 10 days each year. So this is why their holy days and all that, Jewish people and others, fall on different days of the week depending on what year it is, because it's continually switching, right? Because they're following the lunar moon. Well, that's Babylonian. When they follow the Babylonian moon, it comes from ancient Babylon, the worship of Semiramis. Like you have the crescent moon in Islam. It's a worship of the female deity, because the sun is male and the moon is female. Okay? It's the lesser light. Everything is masculine and feminine. The masculine sun, the greater light, and the feminine moon. And the moon follows the sun through portals throughout the earth for light. Okay? So the moon follows the sun. The solar cycle is 364 days, as it was commanded from the heavenly tables since the beginning. You cannot keep a clock with one hand. For time, they work in conjunction. Right? So, how do we know, right, that we are correct? Good question. Folks, it's all here in our calendar with the scriptures and all that. But I'm going to show you in particular. You can go to Gathering of Christ. You can go to gatheringofchrist.org, get your calendar. And it has the cycle right here and the scriptures. A calendar year, according to the Most High, is 52 weeks. 5 and 2 is 7. There's no 365. Okay? The way it's reckoned is to find the last day of the year, which is equal parts night, equal parts day, which is a 364. And then the count starts after that. It's quite that simple, okay? Every year ends what? Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown. I mean Friday sundown, to Saturday sundown. Every year ends Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. The same way the Sabbath is the last day of the week, it's also the last day of the year. The first day would start Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown, right? Every year, that's the first day of the year, right? It's quite that simple. And those are the courses our people fell from. And then after we fell as a people under the Babylonians, we begin to lose time. The Talmudists picked up what? They picked up the moon cycle from Babylon. That's why when you look at a Jewish calendar, it has Jewish deities for the months. And this is why they follow strictly the moon. So to what? So, and they're not on course according to the days, these holy days should be falling on. Okay? The Passover every year, it's Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Every year. At a fixed time. So now, to show you real quick how people are confused, thinking that they should follow the moon in the sky, not understanding the Hebrew and breaking down new moon. Okay? So real quick, let me show you. Let's go to 1 Samuel. Now, if you go to gatheringofchrist.org and get the calendar, it's broken down in more, and even, in depth, right? When you look at the calendar, right? But I'm going to give you an overview on how to understand not to follow the moon in the sky, because it only gives you 354 days in a calendar year. That's common sense. That's mere math. But I'm going to show you where people are getting confused. Let's go to 1 Samuel real quick. How you doing, Elder Dell? 1 Samuel 20, real quick. Let's go to 1 Samuel 20, verse 5. 1 Samuel 20 and 5 reads, "And David said unto Jonathan, Behold, tomorrow is the new moon." Now, what does the new moon signify? We're going to show you in a moment. "And I shall not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the field unto the third day at evening. Right? So now let's look at this word moon in particular. Right? Let's look at this word moon in particular. Right? When you go to 1 Samuel 20 and 5, that new moon right here is in the Hebrew 23:20. Right? Kadesh. By implication, right? By implication, right? Month. So it's not speaking about the moon in the sky. It's a new month that distinguishes itself from the other months. So we need to find out, what does it mean by new month? It's not speaking of the moon. How do you know it's not talking about the moon? Well, let's now go to Genesis 37, verse 9. Genesis 37, verse 9 reads, "And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me." Right? So this is when Joseph the dreamer received the dream that he would be raised above his brethren. Right? So, but he's speaking of a literal sun and moon that was shown in his dream. So now you know this moon is talking about the moon in heaven, the moon in the sky, right? So let's see the Hebrew word for moon from Genesis 37, verse 9. Moon. an entirely different Hebrew word, 3394. It's Yarok. Yarok. So the moon that it was talking about, new moon, that it was talking about during the time of David, has nothing to do with the moon in the sky. So we have to figure out what is that new moon, a new month, it was talking about during the time of David, because it's not speaking of the moon in the sky. It's Shirach, which means what? Look, the moon. The moon. So we know Yarok, when it says Yarok, it's speaking of the moon in the sky, the lesser light. Right? So now we have to understand, so what is the new moon? Let's now go back to 1 Samuel 20, verse 5. 1 Samuel 20, verse 5. 1 Samuel 20, verse 5 reads, "And David said unto Jonathan, Behold, tomorrow is the new moon." So the new what? The new month, Kadesh. Kadesh, which is the new month. It has nothing to do with the moon in the sky to determine what time it is. So what is the new moon? Well, the best way to actually define this and understand it is to call it the new season. The Most High have given 4 distinct times in the earth, in the division of 364 days for the changing of season. And it has nothing to do with the moon in the sky. Right? That means each year on a new month, the moon is different. The actual moon in the sky would be different. Right? Now, how do you break it down? Well, on the calendar here, let me pull it up. Let's pull it up here. And don't look for these guys to tell you, because they're following the moon in the sky. Okay? Now, I took a picture to show you. There's a 300, here it is. This is the correct layout of the Hebrew calendar, which shows the full circular year cycle. Right? So, you have 4 intercalary days, which separates season according to time. See? So you would have equal parts day and night for the last year, which is 364. Then you would have this line here, which would become the new month or new season. That's all it means. The new season, spring. Breaking from winter. Then it would count a 30-day month, then a 30-day month, and then a 30-day month. And on the 91st day, there you go again, a new season. From spring to summer, go 30, 30, 30, and you have what? A new season from summer to autumn. Then you have 30, 30, 30, and that's right, on the 91st day, it goes to winter. It's not a moon in the sky. Okay, it's a month, intercalary day, which divide season. And then it's 30, 30, 30 again. And then on the 91st day, a new season. A new season. So the correct way of looking at this is not saying moon, because in the Hebrews knew that this wasn't a moon. They would say the new month, right? They would say it's the new month to let you know we're in a new season. Because why? You have 12 separate months. But what distinguished the new months from the rest? The seasons. Right? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Right? And this is why right after we did what you call New Year, because people say, do y'all celebrate New Year? It's talking about the new season, the new moon, the new month according to the Bible. And if you can see, and the Bible says, that's right, it is to be remembered. Right? Now, by doing this, what? The next day, did you feel the warm air come in? Because it tell you in the scriptures in Enoch that the chambers of heat come out of the gates to begin to warm the earth at that time. And it also, folks, see, you see the birds out there. You see people out there right now, because this is really the new year now. While the pagans celebrate the new year in the dead of winter, to prove how on point this calendar is. The Most High have given us back the times. And that's why you'll see us worshiping on a Passover the same time it's what? The same time it's celebrated in the heavenly realm, while the other people who would use Passover as a name isn't doing it at the same time. Heaven recognizes it. Okay? So I thought I would say that, especially and quantify this for the people who are fairly new in this, and they'll get confused when they see the word moon, not realizing that it's new season. That's what it is. It's an intercalary day which separate the one season that's ending from the new season springing in. So that's why it's important to get your calendars and study so that you'll be confident in knowing that you are dealing with the Most High holy days on the right day of the year. With that, we got the Cult of the Soul Invictus, which I'll be going into in the academy this week, breaking down Christianity. Did you know modern day Christianity that we see today that's actually received by the world was a secret cult in Rome under Mithraism before they rolled it out for the rest of the people? Yes. The way Christianity is being celebrated today was a cult in ancient times. And a lot of weird things that were going on in that cult, eerily similar to what we're seeing in our neighborhoods with the violation of children, all that stuff that they have now made the norm through conditioning. Well, it was a secret cult before, the practices. They just relabeled it Christianity after our people lost Jerusalem. So with that, I'll see you in the academy this week. Get ready for the Passover in a couple of weeks. And yes, again, don't fall for the Amalek grift. Have a good day.